Previously on Dragon Age.
This is a sort of venture that can make a man for life. I'm not about to take any chances hiring random humans.
We've got nothing to stop the next person who tries to sell us out. This expedition was our last chance. We need coin, status, something we can hide behind. As long as we're just refugees, we're no one.
How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service.
The name Hawke is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat. We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you. We work together, you and I. And before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
How dare you! I am guard captain! I won't be treated like this!
We found a number of debts to suspect peoples. Such poor character. The Viscount would have you put your care for the men into direct practice. You will assume the captain's job.
You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Anethera.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
I felt the veil shift. You called something here. Are you insane?
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
Sure, demons are very helpful. Right up until they take your mind and turn you into a monster.
It isn't too late to change your mind, Dalish.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
We need to find a way into the deep roads. Bartran can lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance. There's a Grey Warden in the city. If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
I have made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it? I have a warden map of the depths in this area, but there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend. A mage. A prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
This is the apostate.
No!
You will never take another mage as you took him!
When I was in Amaranthine, I met a spirit of justice who was trapped outside the Fade. We became friends, and he recognized the injustice that mages in Thedas face every day. When I see Templars now, things that have always outraged me, but I could never do anything about, he comes out. And he is no longer my friend, Justice. He is a force of vengeance, and he has no grasp of mercy.
You're new around here, aren't you? Welcome, and keep your wits about you. You're nothing but tits and arse to the men in this place, and they won't hesitate to grab at both. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
Where's the relic?
I lost it. Castellan's just going to have to do without.
Lost it? Just like you lost a ship full of valuable cargo?
They weren't cargo, Hader. They were people.
Your threats end here.
Thanks for helping me out with Hader. I think I'll tag along for a while. There might be something I could do for you.
Your men are dead, and your trap has failed. I suggest running back to your master while you can.
You're going nowhere, slave!
I am not a slave. I apologize. When I asked Anso to provide a distraction for the hunters, I had no idea they'd be so numerous. It's as I thought. My former master accompanied them to the city. I know you have questions, but I must confront him before he flees. I will need your help. Gone. I'd hoped... No. It doesn't matter any longer. I did not find Daenerys, but I still owe you a debt. Here is all the coin I have, as Anso promised. Should you find yourself in need of assistance, I would gladly render it.
Maybe it's just me, but it sounds like you want to stick around.
I could see myself staying, for the right reasons. Perhaps I'll practice my flattery for your next visit. With any luck, I'll become better at it.
I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
Can we help this woman? This could be Mother.
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You heard all of that and still you would help? An apostate? Oh, thank you. I am Ariane. My boy, Fainriel. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
Sounds dangerous.
What kind of dreams is he having?
He dreams of demons, calling to him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turn to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle, but I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fainriel myself, here in the alienage.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fainriel still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
What exactly do you need me to do?
Just find him, please. Bring him somewhere safe. I don't know where Fainriel is gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fainriel's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fainriel might have sought him out.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
Magic can be a fearful gift. Your son deserves the best aid learning how to manage it.
Don't coddle this boy. If he is a mage, he's dangerous and belongs in the Circle.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
Alright, welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Chapter 2 of Let's Play Dragon Age 2.
So you freed a group of slaves?
Would-be slaves. They weren't slaves yet.
Still, you did the right thing. Many would turn a blind eye.
Don't read too much into it, all right? It just seemed a good idea at the time.
And we have started another round of quests, still in Act 1 here. And the quests that are going to be the focus in this chapter are going to be the ones involved in some way with the Templar and mage conflict, along with maybe some other odds and ends if they come up. And this is going to be our first one. We have a half-elf, half-human mage who is, just like Bethany, is trying to hide out from the Circle. Although, unlike Bethany, it seems that his powers have started to get the better of him and he's losing control. So we need to find some way to help him out, or at least prevent him from hurting anyone else. Here we're running into Sergeant Melindra. She was the one who was really pissed off about the con men out here selling fake Andraste's ashes. So we can tell them that we took care of it.
Those charlatans won't be bothering anyone again.
Did you say something? I didn't hear you. And clumsy me. I seem to have dropped a coin purse in your hand.
Very smooth. So I get some money and some XP out of that. Not bad. Now, like Fenrir's mother said, there is in fact 2 different ways that you can start this quest of finding Fenrir. You can go and talk to his human father, or you can talk with Sir Thrask. But since Vincento is actually right here, we'll just go ahead and see if he's willing to tell us where Fenrir might be. And actually, just before we talk to him, because I think eventually his shop goes away, let's see if he has anything interesting to sell. Nothing of particular interest. Although I think we'll go ahead and sell off some of the stuff here that's really low quality. Let's see. Yep. And then, whoops, and that one. Let's see, armor. Definitely not going to need any plate. Yeah, we don't need any of this. Heavy boots. Nah, I like the boots I have. So we'll just turn this all into money. Never know when you might need it later. Okay, Vincento, what do you say?
Greetings, my lady. You look like a woman who'd appreciate the finest rubies from Antiva raising her lovely neck. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
My lady, I'm a bachelor. I've never met a woman of sufficient beauty and charm to tie Vincento down.
Please, Sirrah. I know you must fear for Fenrir, but we mean him no harm.
Hard to tell in this city who means who harm, no?
Perhaps you can set his mind at ease.
We are no Templars, Sirrah. You'll find no better friend to a young, scared mage.
Maldición, you are a mage. I suppose you'd be kind then to a boy who resists being taken in by Templars?
Of course.
Yes, evidently so.
The boy's in over his head. So I sent him to the only man I know who doesn't despise mages. A former Templar named Samson.
Why would a Templar help him?
His conscience plagues him, having served the Templars too long. He now helps mages on the run. He stays out of sight during the day. At night, he stays near Darktown. That's the best place to find him.
Alright, so if Hawke is a mage, then he can convince Vincento to tell him about, or her, about Samson. Otherwise, if you happen to have Bethany as your surviving sibling, she can also help talk him down, or help convince him to relay information. Other than that, I don't think he'll actually tell you, and in which case you have to go to Sir Thrask. But in either case, whichever person will tell you, the point is that you do have to go and seek out Samson. So let's go do that now. That is one difference between mages and Templars. You can retire from being a Templar, I guess. Can't really retire from being a mage, unless you count tranquility. Hopefully not too many other thugs around here. Oh, spoke too soon. There we go. Yeah, that worked pretty good. Between my arrows and Bethany's fireballs there. Hello, and goodbye.
One less to worry about.
I can out-archer any archer here. Ah, here we go. Sharp little pinpricks. Directions to the Sharp's base. We've got a new base and you lot best keep the law away. Directions to the low town sneak below, but don't come unless you've got good news or you'll get an answer square between the eyes. Ignacio Strand. Alright, so that initiates the bandit quest for Lowtown, which is where we are right now, and that means that once we complete this quest up here, I don't think there will be any more bandits roving the streets in this part of the town anymore. So let's just go ahead and do that. Looks like the Mr. Ignacio Strand there is a rogue type, but took care of him pretty easily. Which is nice, because we get a whole bunch of rogue stuff here, some of which might be useful to us. Ambush failed. Okay. Anything else to loot here? I think that's it.
Good job in there. In fact, get rid of any other groups like that, and I'll be at the Hanged Man with some toys as reward. Courtesy of some interested friends.
I never meet anyone normal.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so from now on, whenever you finish up one of these random bandit quest things, you can go to see her at the Hangman and she'll give you some rewards for taking care of them. And let's see. We got some good armor, but still not as good as the Flint Company cuirass that we have. Same with the helms. Although these gloves are a bit better, at least as far as critical chance goes, so we'll swap them. And for the boots, yeah, we'll swap out the boots too. And we got a rogue's belt. Let's see. We'll keep them what they have. Another ring, and actually we'll go ahead and give that to Fenris because it does help the regeneration of stamina, which I'm sure he's going to end up using a lot of. Don't read too much into that comment either. Oh, random loot. Samson's just over there. So let's see if he knows where Fenrir is.
Old Vincento said someone might come sniffing around. You're looking for the boy, right? Feign something. I'll tell you now, there's not much I can do for you.
I'm looking for a retired Templar named Samson.
Retired. Sounds better than burned out husk of a Templar begging coins in the choke damp. They don't do anything to keep you, you know. You join the order, you're free to walk away. But they're the only ones who've got the dust.
The dust?
Lyrium, an ore the dwarves mine. Magic in its raw form. You need to drink the stuff to face down the magicers. Problem is, if you ever try to stop, it just about kills you.
Ah yes, lyrium addiction. We saw the effects of that in some of the Templars in the first game, too.
Is it true you give aid to apostates fleeing the Templars?
The mages I help, they're no more than children, newly discovered their magic and terrified. Barely left their mother's skirts, and now we're saying they got to be locked away for their own good. That demons are hunting them. Do you wonder they run?
I can't say I'm that surprised.
Did you meet the boy?
Afraid so. Blighter was dead broke, though. Not a silver on him. I helped one mageling for free, and I'll never get paid again.
You abandoned him?
I pointed him to a ship captain I know, Rayner. Sometimes he'll take on runaways. Took another apostate last week, girl I sent him. Might have gone wrong, though. I heard rumors he took the both of them captive instead.
Please tell me it's not too late to save him.
Rumor has it, Rayner had the pair of them locked inside a Keys warehouse, somewhere close to dockside. You want to go looking, you might find the lad before he gets ransomed to the Templars. Or worse.
Oh great, we get to deal with slavers again. You know, for none of these places, either in the first game or this game, being part of the Tevinter Imperium, we're still dealing with a lot of slavers. Alright. So we need to go to the docks. Yep, there it is. Okay. Probably gotta watch our step around here.
Watch your step!
Oh, yep. There's traps.
Gotcha! That should do it.
And Enforcer. Not quite sure what that means. Although my guess is just they're just thugs.
A little something for you.
Anyone else? No? Okay.
Get a hold of her!
Please, help me. Anyone?
Get the hands! I heard they can't do no spells without hands.
You know nothing of magic.
Ugh. Okay. Got demons now. I think award goes to that particular voice actress for most bland help me cry ever. you can't always get winning voice acting all the time. Ah, okay. So the woman who turned into the demon was named Olivia, and she has a letter to Thrask of all people. Father, I know the sacrifices you've made to conceal my secret, but I am a child no longer. I cannot burden you my whole life, lest my secret destroy us both. I must live my own life as a woman, and as a mage. It is oddly freeing to write the word. Farewell, Father. I hope one day you make peace between what you have been taught and what you have seen. All my love, Olivia. So it looks like Thrask's daughter was a mage. And She must have been the girl that Samson was talking about, who he directed.
That never would have happened if they hadn't backed that poor girl into a corner. Do you think we can find out who she was?
We just did, Bethany. So yeah, it may not be very obvious at this point in the game if you're playing this for the first time, but because if you don't know about the previous games, you may have thought that that was maybe a demon disguised as a woman. But no. But what actually happened was that was a transformation. She called on so much power that a demon took notice of her and basically took her over as she tried to desperately to get away from those guys. And that's kind of the danger that Fenris always likes to talk about. Mages succumbing to demons. Captain Reiner's account sold 2 barrels of fish, Viscount's Keep, 3 barrels of rum to the hangman, 1 male human mage. Dasnig, Undercity, 25 Ravani furs, Helton's clothiers. It's rather tame stuff compared to, oh yeah, and a slave. Kind of weird, but anyway, so we need to go see Danzig, apparently, in the Undercity, since he, quote-unquote, bought Fenrir. But yeah, I can imagine as having a daughter as a mage, probably that means that Thrask would have been considered to have a conflict of interest and probably would not have been allowed to become a Templar, or at least stay as a Templar. So he must have kept the fact that he and Olivia were related by blood a secret. But apparently Olivia couldn't take it anymore, so she tried to escape the circle. Alright, so we need to get to Darktown. There we go. Go to the right.
What were you before you were a pirate?
I had a husband. He didn't beat me. That's about the best I can say about it.
So you left him?
He was murdered by my lover.
It was all very Antivan. Oh. I don't think I'd like to live in Antiva.
I can't remember if she related that story. Oh, I think she did, yeah. I think in the first game, Isabella said that Zevran had murdered her husband since he was still working as an Antivan Crow at the time. So that makes sense. Zevran killed her husband, and she's not too upset about it. There are those slavers. Let's pay them a visit.
Excellent place to hide. I'm surprised the Templars catch anyone in this city.
Yeah, they don't seem to have the best job in capturing mages. There's Danzig.
Why, look here, boys. Volunteers. Clap 'em in irons and let's see what the Tevinters will pay for 'em.
These are slavers. Fenris, would you like to have a word with them?
Make him talk.
I can do that.
Andraste's great flaming ass! How did you do that? Never mind, I've stashed the boy in a cave, a smuggler hideout on the Wounded Coast. Tevinters will be by to finish the deal today. Now, can I go?
You're slavers, so no.
Sure. Oh, wait. I meant no.
It's always fun to bring Fenris along on missions where you run into slavers. And I think Darktown's going to be slightly safer with all these slavers out of the way.
Looks like they took him to some bolt hole in the Wounded Coast. I wonder if that's near the Injured Cliffs. Or the Limping Hills. Massive Head Trauma Bay. No? Just me? Oh, forget I said anything.
Nice one, Hawke.
All set.
Random amulet in locked chest. Sister Plinth's remains? Interesting. Okay, that's probably just a side quest. We need to deliver that to somebody. Kind of curious here. The remains of a missionary sister who sought to bring the chant of light to the dark places of Kirkwall. The Chantry archivists are always looking to catalog their lost on the memorial wall. Okay, so I guess we'll take that to the Chantry at some point. Pick up anything interesting? We're on Spiker. Yeah, why not? It's almost as good. It's got a bit more critical chance, which is kind of good for a rogue, so we'll switch it up a bit. Anything else? Oh, I forgot I had that. Okay, yeah, we'll give the Might of the Sten to Fenris. Must have missed that the last time I scrolled through here. And is anyone else missing an amulet slot? Oh, they all are. Okay, what kind of amulet is this? Mana and stamina. Okay, Fenris, you get that one. So we are going to the Wounded Coast via Massive Head Trauma Bay and see if we can get there before Fenril gets sent to who knows where. Ambushed. Enemies block the path. So this happens every now and then when you wander outside the city. Let's see what these enemies are that we've been blocked by. Ugh, spiders.
That's enough. Out of your element, dwarf.
No thanks to this lot. Can't get a decent blade at a bargain anymore. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled enthusiast.
You can start making sense any time now.
My manners. Javaris Tintop, merchant and investor. I need forward thinkers to help court the Canary. Those hornheads in Kirkwall have a powder that explodes, and it's just dust. No lyrium, no demons. Anyone can use it.
I felt it sting. Their ships fire thunder.
So, sounds like Isabella's countered this mysterious black powder.
I doubt they were eager to sell.
That Arishok said I wasn't worthy. That only their outcast, the Talvashath, or that mercenary. I said, great, I'll go talk to them. Didn't go over well. But, made me think. Maybe he'll bargain if I get rid of something that bothers him more than, well, me.
The Tal Vashoth.
The Tal Vashoth. Are you up for some paid hunting?
Your people must have something like that already.
Small things, shaped to crack faults, not shatter the earth. Plus, they're mostly lyrium. Expensive, poisonous. The Chantry controls it topside. The glow makes you a target. Problem after problem.
I suppose there could be a reward for these Tal Vashoth.
As long as you do it, I'm happy. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwall. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded. Richly.
So just in case you're not familiar with the term from the previous games, Tal Vashoth are basically Qunari who have walked away from their rigid society to kind of strike it out on their own, either as loners or as in kind of bands. We have a new crafting item here. Embrium. Embriums are flowers from the orchid family. Its therapeutic qualities were actually discovered because of Embrium's exceptional beauty. The beloved daughter of Lord Ignace Poulenc of Orlais fell victim to a terrible sickness of the lungs, which her healers were unable to cure. Thinking the girl would soon perish, her parents surrounded her bed with brightly colored flowers, hoping that they would bring some warmth and cheer in her last days. Oddly enough, the girl began to recover from the illness, and grew stronger each day. Her parents were baffled but overjoyed. The healers eventually learned that the fragrance of one of the flowers eased the child's breathing. The flower was an embrium, and later became the Salubrionis embrium. The other variant has certain magical properties and is known as a dark embrium. We'll eventually go back and check our potion making station to see if we have enough items to make something interesting. Let's have a cast treatise. A defense of strict caste structure of interest to dwarven traditionalists. They rarely slum outside Hightown if they visit Kirkwall at all. Something else that we need to give to some random person. It's important to really look around screens like this because they don't appear again. Similar to the ambush site when we were with Aveline. Let's see if there's anything down here actually. Nope, I think we're good. So now we'll continue on our way. The Tal Vashoth Qunari rebels are here, but that is part of another quest, so we'll do it another day.
You do.
Sorry?
You know, when you stick your hand into people.
Oh, that. Yes, it's, talent.
You could make so much coin with that.
Yeah, I wonder what other uses being able to put your hand right through physical objects can do. I'm sure people can think of a lot. Let's see. Gonna level up Hawke here. Let's do that. Gotta get to 30 and then we can unlock even more chests around here. Oops. I think I just bumped the mic. Sorry about that if that made a noise. Okay, I think... okay. Yeah, Bloodlust is a nice one to give to Hawke. We get some stamina regeneration for killing enemies. Piles of bones and glitter dust. Okay, new crafting material. Glitter dust is the powdered form of a rock found along the Wounded Coast. Well, that makes sense. When explorers brought the sparkling rock to the markets of the Free Marches, it became immediately popular among wealthy ladies who crushed it and applied the powder to their faces. The added brightness and luster to the skin, however, soon paled in comparison to the developing rash and coughing fits. As it turned out, glitter dust is dangerous if ingested or inhaled. It is also extremely flammable, as several ladies discovered after powdering their hair while standing next to a candle. Unfortunately, this resulted in 12 deaths by conflagration. These days, glitter dust is used sparingly and only by experienced alchemists. The most common form of the substance is volatile glitter dust. If gathered from the caves where the darkspawn dwell, the rock produces a powder known as tainted glitter dust. And this is from the Alchemist's Encyclopedia. That also makes sense. I believe Fenrir is the one towards the bottom, so we'll be going that way. Well, there's some of the Talvashoth up here. And most of the Talvashoth that hang out in the Wounded Coast, basically, I believe they're too proud to take jobs for money, because the Qunari don't use money. And so they're resorting to, as you can see here at the Broken Wagon, they're resorting to ambushing merchants, caravans, other things, and basically stealing in order to survive. Corpse with random loot. And we have some Dalish assassins up here for some reason.
Do you even know her name, Shem? No? It's Delilah. She's dead. And you killed her.
Uh-oh. Some kind of revenge thing going on, I think.
I was a beast then. A werewolf. I did many terrible things. I'm sorry.
Sorry does not bring my mother back.
I was a victim too, Elf. Of Zafrian's vengeance. Stranger, please calm her down.
Did I hear you right? You're a werewolf?
I was one, but no longer. Her Dalish keeper cursed some humans with lycanthropy long ago. The disease spread over the years, but the hero of Ferelden freed us.
And indeed, that's what Warden Vexus did back in the original game.
He was cursed. You can't blame him for that.
You stand up for him? Fine. Then you will die for him.
Uh-oh.
The dance will never surrender.
And this should be, let me try that again. This should seem somewhat familiar if you've played the original game, because if you complete the Dalish Elf part of the main quest, and you decide to cure the werewolves, then the next time you try to leave the Dalish camp...
Come to this. Take this, and thanks.
The next time you try to leave the Dalish camp, you get set upon by Dalish assassins who want to take revenge, and this is pretty much the same idea. So I like these kind of things because it's a nice touch. It shows that there are still consequences, even when you think you're taking the quote-unquote good path. So even though we cured the werewolves, there's still a lot of resentment from the Dalish who were hunted by them. And there are some who are really bent on getting revenge on all of them, even though now they're human and not bestial anymore. Oh, Fenris, let's give you Whirlwind. That's always fun. And that's exactly what it sounds like. Okay, Constitution, Willpower, Magic. can't quite do elemental mastery yet, so we'll just improve Bethany's fire. If you have, if your Hawke is, let's see, I think if you've up till this point, if you've taken mostly the top dialogue option, so that she's considered to be like really, really moralistic hero, I think you can talk the assassin down from hurting anyone, and then they'll just walk away. But as we couldn't do that, I don't think Hawke would just let a bunch of Dalish elves just slaughter the human outright. So unfortunately, it had to come to blows. So we head down this way. There's corpses all over this beach. Not a very good beach to visit. Slaver Caverns. Wonder if there's a sign on the door that says that.